album is called I'll Sleep When You're Dead. It's been a long, arduous, painful, painstaking process, but I finally made another record. I look at it as my masterwork, if you will, but it's gonna be up to everyone else to decide. I definitely bled for this. It's the story of New York, I think. I'm just trying to take a snapshot of from my perspective of where cats really are at, and using my personal, mindset as the template. It's an immersing, journey of a record, and that's what I want fans to take away from it. I want people to get ready, Like when you get the CD, you're gonna have to sit down. So I'm not gonna tell you anything that you couldn't figure out yourself or that you even agree with necessarily, but there's definitely something to be said and something to be spoken out for. And to me, I feel like New York, the real New York, the voice of New York has been lost to a degree. And I don't know, I'm just like, I'll rep it, I'll come out and rep it, even if no one's listening, even if no one wants to hear it from me. I'm just hoping that people get the chance to soak it in, I just want people to walk away from the record like, damn, this dude put his all into this. The record is a chronicling, of a lot of different moods and a lot of different ideas, but ultimately it's a hopeful record. I just didn't want to make a record filled with songs and singles and try and jam it together and figure out how to put it together. I feel like it's time. I think the next frontier for music and for hip-hop music is structure, and people looking at albums as a whole, and people not just treating it like a collection of songs. Fantastic Damage was my paranoia album, or my Fight of What's to Come album. Then I'll Sleep When You're Dead is my post-traumatic stress syndrome album. We've been through it and we're in it. We're in the midst of it, and it's all happening right now. And how do you deal with how is that affecting everyone on a personal level? I think it's affecting people in a big way. I just think that we're not really in tune with it. We're not really confronting it. But this record is definitely different from a production standpoint, from a content standpoint. I think it's probably, it's just the way that I produce and the scope of the way that I produce has changed. We're doing some pretty crazy things visually for this record, and a couple of them are already lined up. The guys at Adult Swim Cartoon Network are doing an animated video for Flyantology, which is the song that I did with Trent Reznor, and that one they're insane, and the video's insane. And I'm doing another video for a song called Smithereens, which I don't really want to talk about what it's going to be, but it's going to be probably pretty hair-raising to a degree. I'm trying to really put everything that I know and everything that I love, and musically, lyrically, conceptually, into these records, and that's what I get to do when I do the LP records, because it really is just my chance to just go crazy and just insert every little stupid thing and influence that I can into these things and try and make it work. At the very least, I think people will hear this record and it might strike a chord in people who are looking for that, something that just feels vital, and something that feels like it's of the time, and that's what I'm waiting for. And that's as much as there's dope music out there, it doesn't feel like there's a lot of timely music out there. I just wanted to make a record that was timely, that felt like it was about us now, but as to where it fits in, I don't know. I think that I'm playing with a lot of genres on this record, and I think that I'm mixing it up a lot. For me as an individual and as a producer, I've been playing with so many different genres and evolving myself in so many different types of music that it all stems from hip hop, but it's all grown from that. And I don't even know anymore. I'm so confused that I don't even care anymore. It's just like, it's all in there. I think that if people come from a rock background, they'll hear rock in this record, and when people come from a hip hop background, they'll hear that real b-boy raw hip hop in there. And it's neither. It's a lot of it is just a mesh, but I don't think it's, it's definitely, it's so influenced by so many different things. And my whole influence, my whole idea is just to throw it all together and just destroy it all. So everything I do is hip hop, and let in my mind, and it's like I'm coming from a real, trying to make a record from Brooklyn. I'm trying to make a record from New York. But influence-wise and production-wise, and the way that I'm approaching structure, and the way that I'm looking at songs and albums, it doesn't, who knows the way people are going to look at it.